Hi everybody and welcome to City Beat. I'm your host Nancy Byrne and we are at the Museum of Organized Crime and Law Enforcement, better known as the Mob Museum. This is one of many stops along the route of a brand new shuttle type bus in downtown Las Vegas called the Downtown Loop. Whether you want to do some shopping at the North Premium Outlets, stop by and check out the Mob Museum, or go to Pawn Plaza, you can hop on this bus and get just about anywhere downtown for free. You can't miss this bus. This is the Downtown Loop, and we were there for the inaugural run through downtown. There are several stops at downtown hotspots for this shuttle. The first one on this first trip was the Las Vegas North Premium Outlets. And who did we find here?
Look at all the money I just spent in the #1 world, #1 outdoor outlet. Premium outlet down here, stop #1 for me.
But wait, we've got a few more stops. Here across from the Plaza Hotel and Casino on Fremont Street Experience, it was none other than former Mayor Oscar Goodman with his trademark martini and showgirl.
To the loop, everybody! Oscar! To the loop!
Still not done.
Okay, grab hold, the coach is moving.
Next stop, the Mob Museum, where, well, of course, a mobster hopped on board.
Here we go! How are you? Hey! How you doing? That shit did, young man.
I did. It's
How are you?
And wait a minute, what is this? Elvis hitching a ride near Fremont East Entertainment District? He tried to pay his way, but not on this bus.
No, it's free.
This is free.
Elvis, this is free. What's happening?
This is free. Hold on, just a sec. This is free?
This new downtown loop will consist of 2 shuttles running concurrently, so at each stop you'll wait about 20 minutes tops for the next shuttle to come along. Each bus seats 19 people and is air-conditioned and has seat belts. If you ride the whole loop, it takes about 28 minutes or less, depending on traffic. The downtown loop would normally stop at several other locations, such as the Arts District, Pawn Plaza, and Bonneville Transit Center. But on this day, for this loaded bus, it was time to head to City Hall. This may have been the first run for the downtown loop, but Mayor Carolyn Goodman says it was a long time coming.
It has really been a passion of mine to move people around this community for free, getting people from the hotels to the businesses, to the government centers, where they can get on, get off, not have to walk long distances, get from their apartments, their hotel rooms, see our museums, go down to the technology center, just really integrate and move people around.
Former Mayor Oscar Goodman weighed in on this new downtown feature, saying once again, Las Vegas leads the way.
It's extraordinary how Las Vegas really is leading the United States in innovation and in projects that other cities are so envious of. And this is going to become one of those that's going to make the downtown even better than it's become. And it's very exciting being married to the woman that I love. So congratulations.
You get a reward. Here's another bomb.
All right.
Like all great projects, it often takes great partnerships like this one between the City of Las Vegas, our wonderful downtown attractions, Keolis Transit, and the Regional Transportation Commission.
Where there's transportation, there's economic development. And with a growing business and residential population here in the downtown area, there isn't a better time than now to implement this service. And no one knows this better than Mayor Goodman, whose vision to offer this type of service is now a reality.
We don't launch anything in Las Vegas without doing it in style. The downtown loop was no exception.
Good job.
Awesome. Unbelievable. Only in Las Vegas.
Well, as we mentioned, we are at the Mob Museum, and we are so lucky to have caught the executive director and CEO of the museum, Jonathan Ullman. What do you think of this loop thing?
I think this loop thing is terrific, Nancy.
Yeah, you think it's going to increase visitation?
Absolutely. It's been a little bit challenging to move people throughout the downtown, and there's so many great attractions. So having the loop that people can just hop on, hop off for free, this is going to be great.
And I hear that there's a promotion to go along with the downtown loop here?
Yeah, we're offering from 5 to 9 p.m., 50% off our alcoholic beverages. This is our happy hour at the Mob Museum. And for locals, with a museum ticket, you get free parking, so you can drive down here, visit the museum, and then hop on the loop and check out the rest of downtown.
People love that word, free. And by the way, the loop itself, as we have said many, many times, is free. You know, this is a 6-month pilot program, so get on the loop and keep it going so we can keep it going and expand it. The hours vary depending on the day, but you can go to lasvegasnevada.gov/downtown loop for more. Members of the fraternity Pi Kappa Phi from across the country spend their summers not lounging in front of a TV or hanging by a pool, but packing up some of their belongings, hopping on their bikes, and traveling more than 3,000 miles across the country. They do it to raise money and awareness so that people with disabilities can enjoy sports and activities. One of their stops every year is right here in Las Vegas. Like our pioneer fathers did so many years ago, these young men travel the prairies and mountains here in southern Nevada with few creature comforts. Their goal on this scorching hot day, Mirabelli by high noon on these steeds of steel. Okay, they're bikes, and this isn't a wagon trail. It is the Journey of Hope South team, and every year one of the early stops on their nearly 4,000-mile trip is Las Vegas. They always make it a point to stop at one of our community centers or gyms where they get enthusiastic greetings from summer camp kids. This year, it was Mirabelli. This isn't just a rest stop. No, they are here to interact with some of our adaptive athletes and to be greeted by city leaders.
The temperature in the gym just went up another 20 degrees off the body heat of these guys. Are they awesome? How about a welcome to Las Vegas for this great team?
There are 3 teams made up of members of the Pi Kappa Phi fraternity from many chapters across the country. This team of 28 cyclists and 7 crew members left from Long Beach, California, and will meet up with the other 2 teams later this summer in Washington, D.C. In their many stops along the way, they raise money and support for people with disabilities.
This group turns around, raises that money, and then they support us. We have adaptive recreation programs that go to Camp Malibu or Camp Cal, and you've provided, your monies have come back and provided support to allow our campers with disabilities to go and enjoy the camp experience.
After recognition from Tim Hacker, the director of our Parks and Recreation Department, and a proclamation from Mayor Goodman, there's a friendly little game of wheelchair basketball.
Can't push 3 times without bouncing the ball. That's traveling. They're gonna have a rough day in the wheelchairs, my friend. We'll be good though. We'll take it easy on them. Let's go, let's get it. Let's go.
This was Dean Kaufman's first time on the Journey of Hope.
It's been very hot, very dry, and I had no idea there were so many mountains in the Southwest. But it's been great so far.
But he says knowing there will be money raised for athletes like these, an expected $650,000 this year, it makes the journey just a little easier.
I guess 2 things that come to mind is, one, it's like a testament of will, you know, how hard you're willing to work for something that you really care about. And on the other hand, it's really just for the people who can't do this, you know. We bike across the country for the people who can't, and that's something that we preach, and we ride for them every single day.
It's an exhausting trip. They travel about 75 miles a day, but it's a safe one. Crew members are always nearby in vans, and every mile is meticulously mapped out ahead of time.
So I spent the past 6 months between January and the end of May planning all the logistics of this trip, whether it be the lodgings that we sleep in every night, and every meal that's provided for the guys, while also planning all the roads that they'll be riding on all summer. Each community we stop in, we visit the organizations that serve people with disabilities there, and just kind of meet and greet with them, and also just kind of promote them within their own community to give them as much support as possible.
The Journey of Hope not only supports people with disabilities. With every mile and at every stop, these cyclists inspire the people they meet.
As they go across the country, think about it, kids, they're going to encounter and interact with hundreds of people spreading their word and their mission about raising funds. So they're being selfless and they're raising funds. Hopefully that's something you're learning in your summer camp, is how do we give back to our community and how do we support our community. Here's a great example of that.
The tour is organized by Ability Experience. It's been going on for 40 years and has raised more than $15 million. Congratulations to them. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to tell you about a very special high school opening up in Las Vegas that supports its students inside the classroom and in life. Congratulations to the City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month Business Licensing Officer Anthony Vogel. Anthony is one of the reasons our licensing process has been greatly streamlined and more customer friendly. After joining the city in 2015, he took the initiative to look at the methods used by licensed officers. Anthony came up with a plan to do away with manual checklists and made use of technology to help simplify the licensing process. This not only benefits our employees, but our residents as well. He helped the department move from paper to iPads and iPhones and made sure the technology worked in city vehicles. The result is faster service for our business owners and those looking to open a business. Anthony is the first level of technical support for his team and any other city department or law enforcement agency who needs him. For his initiative and follow-through, we congratulate Anthony Vogel, our City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
It's close enough.
Huh. Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Congratulations. I'm sure you'll have many happy years here. Except for you, because you'll be gone 3 years from now, struck down by the same disease that got your father. Sadly, it could have been detected early with a simple test.
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Welcome back to City Beat from the Mob Museum. There's a new school opening up in Las Vegas this fall that will not function like a regular school. It's a first not only for Las Vegas, but for the nation. Sue Levitt explains.
There's not anybody that I know that doesn't want to make this work for our young people.
Dr. Lisa Morris Hibbler heads up the city's Department of Youth Development and Social Innovation. She and her team are working together with the Clark County School District to open the first ever public recovery high school.
In the recovery high school, students who have embraced their sobriety will be in an environment that will support their sobriety.
The school will be completely focused on helping kids graduate from high school while offering students the encouragement and assistance they need to overcome addiction. And since the school is fully funded, all kids that want the help will have access to the services offered.
It's an absolutely amazing thing. I mean, we have some issues here in our community. You know, so many of our kids are using drugs at such younger ages, and when the parents find out about it, you know, they do get them to treatment, but when they're done with treatment, where do they go? They go right back to the high school where they came from, where they have the same friends and they have the same problems.
Judge Kearns is a big supporter of the new school. He's very active in the recovery community and has been running his youth offender court for about 6 years. Youth ages 18 to 24 that come before Judge Kearns with addiction issues are offered counseling and support instead of jail time. He hopes the new school will catch the kids before they end up in front of him.
I can tell you that the kids that go to the program, we will see a significant change. The ones that go to the high school. The kids that graduate will see a significant change. Is that going to be enough to make an impact on the whole community? I don't know, but I know for some parents, it's their whole life. And to get one kid to not end up in front of me and to get their life together, I don't think you can ask for anything greater than that.
The new school is going to open up here at the old Biltmore Continuation School near downtown. And since the school has been closed for about a year and needs a little bit of work, the city has big plans to come in and help beautify the campus by adding some murals, a school garden, and even a meditation room for the students.
I feel like when the students step on campus, they're going to think that they are in some sort of an oasis where they can come and get that zen and really focus on, you know, their academics, but also feel like they're at peace.
And along with feeling at peace on campus in a loving, nurturing atmosphere supportive of recovery, the kids will also receive support when they are not at school through the nonprofit group No Hero in Heroin. Joe Engel formed the organization after he lost his own son to a drug overdose.
I'm just happy to play a small part, a small role. I mean, the the state, district, and city all getting together to do this. I mean, if they're going to do it, then what say I? I mean, I better step up too. So I'm glad to play a small role of some part.
Joe's organization will offer any services and support the kids may need outside of school.
People need to understand these aren't bad kids, trying to get good. They're sick kids trying to get well.
The recovery school is set to open August 14th along with all other Clark County schools in the district.
Our goal is to make it such a wonderful environment that kids just love it and they want to stay there, and they know that it's a place where they can get the support and wraparound services that they need to be successful.
For City Beat, I'm Sue Levitt.
What a great concept, and certainly will help a lot of kids out there. Thank you, Sue Levitt, for that story. We're very fortunate here in Las Vegas to have so many great parks, trails, community and senior centers. They offer the opportunity for recreation and sports. But the fine folks at the Stupak Community Center said there was one thing that their summer camp and after-school camp kids were missing: rolling up their sleeves and digging in the dirt. So they got busy to change that. What kid wouldn't want to hang out in a shady yard and play with dirt and water? That's what these Stupak summer camp kids are doing, but with a little more purpose than just playing. They are creating.
We're going to push it all the way down, just like that.
They're creating fruits and vegetables that by the end of the summer will enable them to make watermelon and tomato salsa.
We have watermelon and cucumber and spearmint, some cilantro, and we just planted jalapenos. We have a lemon tree, a lime tree.
Robert Murray is an inclusion recreation specialist with our Parks and Recreation Department. He says they started this little garden from absolute scratch.
We've had several pallets that we've converted into planters as well as hanging. We've had all of our after-school kids help paint and build and nail.
Now that it is built, the summer camp kiddos are taking quite a bit of responsibility for making it a success.
Planting, watering, we will have kids will come out and they'll weed, they'll make sure to keep it maintained, just to keep the area clean. We have a lovely tree that likes to drop leaves. Once everything grows, then they'll pick or harvest.
You can tell the kids love being out here. Robert says this little garden just sort of grew out of some wooden pallets, paint, and plants. But he feels it's turned into a wonderful place where these kids can experience something new, fun, and educational.
Usually in so many of our neighborhoods throughout the community, we have the opportunity to recreate, but not a lot of the kids get the experience to garden. But it is a good experience for them to get their hands dirty, to have fun.
Jalapeno! Right on.
In the fall, they plan to switch over to vegetables such as pumpkins and carrots. But in the meantime, they will cultivate this garden and then learn how to make salsa. Well, this has been a hot summer. Fortunately, the city of Las Vegas operates 6 refreshing swimming pools. But there's another way that kids can cool off in the summer heat: splash pads. There are more than 15 across the city. We get a lot of questions about the splash pads. Is the water clean? Are we wasting water? Well, we decided to take an opportunity to answer some of the most commonly asked questions. Back in the day, the alternative to swimming was running through the front yard sprinkler. Well, not anymore. Splash pads have become the modern version of that summertime pastime. This one at Lorenzi Park is always busy. And on this day, when the temperatures hit triple digits, it allows kids to still play outdoors and keep cool. And unlike that front yard sprinkler, water doesn't run off into the road. It runs right back into Lake Mead.
The water actually is the same kind of water that you see coming out of your shower at home, and it's recycled exactly the same way. It goes down the drain, goes out to the treatment plant, winds up in Lake Mead, we get credits back out of the lake, and it winds up coming back through the pipes.
David Logie is an architectural services manager with the city's Public Works Department. In other words, he has a hand in designing these water features in our parks. He says not only are they water smart, they're water safe. What you see coming out of these colorful features is as clean as the water that comes out of your faucet at home.
And if we had a on-site recycled system where we had a holding tank and we would chlorinate it, it's very much like a swimming pool. Not only is it really high maintenance for staff and they have to test the water continually to make sure that it's clean, we don't have to deal with that because the water coming out of there is the same water that comes out of your tap at home.
Another step taken by the city to keep your kids safe is making sure the wet ground in the splash pad isn't slippery when wet.
This one has actually a ground glass surface that we tried. where they tumble the glass so that you won't get cut on it, and they trowel that into the surface to give you nice traction.
So now you know these splash pads are not only fun, they're safe. The water is clean and the water is not wasted. Here's a list of all the city parks that contain a splash pad. When we come back, we're going to tell you where you can get your swag on if you want some Las Vegas attire. But as we go to break, we want to tell you about a very important flag-raising ceremony that took place outside City Hall on June 15th.
God of all silence.
It was in honor of Juneteenth. On June 19th, 1865, slaves in Texas finally got the word that the Civil War was over and that all slaves were free. This was about 2 months after the war officially ended in Virginia. June 19th, to be known as Juneteenth, has been celebrated in Texas ever since and is now observed in about 45 states, including Nevada. The ceremony was attended by many dignitaries, including State Senator Aaron Ford. A proclamation from Mayor Carolyn Goodman was shared under the flags.
Whereas in the effort never to forget the horror and injustice of slavery, the end of slavery in our nation, and to honor the ideal that all men are created equal.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
This girl is very pretty. It's inciting feelings of jealousy in me. We should pick on her.
I'm insecure about some things, so I think we should put some me stuff on here. Maybe even some lies, too.
Yeah. I just want to be accepted by you both, so I'm going to send this to my friends so they think I'm cool.
Kids bully for all kinds of reasons. None of them are good. Find ways to get involved at flipthescriptnow.org.
Outdoors Las Vegas and discover the fun. Welcome back to City Beat from the Mob Museum. Well, if you love the city of Las Vegas, you can now wear or carry your pride in our great city. The City of Las Vegas has launched an online retail store boasting our new City of Las Vegas logo. Right now, traditional caps, T-shirts, and drinking mugs are available, but we are planning to expand the products in the future. It was the brainchild of Councilman Stavros Anthony, who said he was hooked by the logo as soon as it was revealed by the communications department.
And when I looked at the logo, I'm picturing it on T-shirts and coffee mugs and keychains and whatever else you put logos on, and so people are going to want to buy this. I mean, they're going to want to have this stuff in their house, in their car, and I kind of thought of the Capitol building up in Carson City. They have a store up there where they sell state of Nevada stuff, and I said, we got to do this. So
you can visit the store at vegasstore.vegas, and if Councilman Anthony has his way, we'll not only be expanding the products available, we will expand your chance to shop with a brick and mortar store.
I think we should have a little store right in City Hall, because there's thousands of people that come in and out of this building, and I guarantee you they're going to buy stuff with the Las Vegas logo on it. And it's not just to continue the brand, because people just love Las Vegas, but it'll make a little money for the city, and we can use that to, service the people that live in this town.
If this is as popular as people believe it will be, there are other items planned for the future, such as toys like Las Vegas fire and rescue trucks and street sweepers. Well, that does it for another edition of City Beat. We want to thank you for joining us from the Mob Museum. As we go to close, we're going to take you to the annual senior softball game in Lorenzi Park. See you for the next City Beat.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it back. Out on attack! 3 out, 1 run! That's not your city, now you baby! Here we go.